Hey guys, Jee Choi here of the House of Black Giant Society. So I've been asked by my students, gee, I can't get the whole inertia or shoot the marble deployment even if my life depends on it. That was exact word for word from one of my students when I told him you need to carry a folder. He just moved from Texas to Washington State, just quickly learned that you can't carry fixed edges with his concealed carry weapons permit because we only have concealed pistol license. So anyhow, for those of you guys, this is what I would recommend. So I'm going to bring the camera up because I want you guys to get better lighting on this thing. So there you go. Alright, let me see if I can get a better light. There it is. Okay, so what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is cold steel Voyager medium. Special thanks to my good friend Tim Lazor. Tim literally saved my life on this thing because I don't have enough copy in my pocket anymore. Long story short, ask me when we train and I'll be more than happy to explain to you. So there you go. So what this is, guys and gals, is it has a SnaggleTooth Tacticals. It's their deployment assist tool. That's what I like to call it. And how this works is I usually, when I carry something like Voyager, which is pretty much your Navaja, your modern day Navaja. That's the best way I like to describe these. I carry it in the belt line versus inside the pocket due to the fact that, well, one, when you carry something like this in the pocket, it pretty much shows. And anyone who sees you with it, they say, hey, dude's got a knife. But when you carry it inside the waist, right in front of the appendix, or something like this small, I would sneak it behind the belt actually. What I can do is, I can deploy that very quick without anyone seeing it, let alone having to do any crazy inertia motion or pull it out of the pocket with an exaggerated motion. So because of that, I'm a big fan of it, and plus, this thing's small. It's under 3 inches when it comes to actual cutting edge and blade length. So, which makes it very legal in Washington State, or at least majority of the cities that I frequent. There you go. So, why this little thing? Purpose of having a tool in your hand is that you gotta be able to use it. Meaning, if shit hits the fan, if it takes a man and a half to get it into deployment, then you're in trouble. In my case right now, I don't have the full extent to use my right hand, my dominant hand, due to the fact, well, those of you who checked out the Facebook posting, you know. So my right hand's currently out of commission. But if I just using my index finger, third finger, and thumb, my right hand, and if I could get this out in deployment when it's needed, that just goes to show how easy it would be to deploy this blade under stress. Minimal effort, which is exactly what you need because you're already stressed and overstressed, and also pretty much overwhelmed by, imagine somebody already attacking you, so you're getting pounded or pretty much beat down, or worst case scenario, already somebody just played a gun out and it's jamming your gun, so this be the only tool that you can use to actually get yourself into the fight so you can save your life because there's no other alternative option. Or if this is the only thing that you have to depend on, you need to get this out into deployment quick, so you could either A, deter the situation by displaying the tool at hand to deter the attacker from attacking you any further, thus de-escalating the situation as you get to safety, or B, if need be and if you're properly trained, you can put this to work. So there you go. So to those of you who are asking, I live in Washington State, I can't carry a fixed edge, what should I get? Something like this. So look, my students have asked me, why don't you just say get the exact same thing? That's a good question, because the reason why I said Tim saved my life on this, because these are no longer made. I keep my blades under the legal limits, so should I ever use it, legality wise, I should be in the clear because I wasn't carrying something that's prohibited. 2, it's the blade length and the purpose of it. I carry a blade like a small folder, not for fighting or self-defense. It is actually something that I use. And I have my students ask me, okay, then why don't you just use your thumb opening for that? That's a very good question too, and appropriate. The problem is, when you practice this enough, you get to a point where you could do your thumb deployment. Then you try to doing this under stress if you need to get it out really quick to cut someone out of the car from a burning wreckage by cutting their seatbelt off. You'll notice that if you rush it, you'll cut your own thumb with your own blade. Now, when you do that, open wound, and if you've ever been in an emergency situation, open wound where there's blood everywhere is never a good thing. So this is the reason why I prefer having a means to deploy the blade out, and I'm not a big fan of the auto knives. I got a story for you if you all ever want to hear it, so when we train I'll be more than happy to tell you all about it. But for quick deployment, this is great. SnaggleTooth Tacticals. I got this as soon as Tim got me this thing. I decided, I can't, especially when I just damaged, back when he got me this, I only had an index finger damage. Now I also have a damage on my ring finger that's pretty much shut down my right hand for actual use. So because of that, I needed something that I could actually use to deploy, and luckily SnaggleTooth was, when I was Googling quick deployment on cold steel Voyager, that's one of the very first thing that popped out in the search. So after that I got this thing, and it was super easy to install, and I have to say I am very impressed. So there you go. Alright, so hope you guys have a great day. I'm gonna have to rest this thing and put this thingy back on so to stabilize it. For those of you who don't know or don't follow me on Facebook, I'm currently out of commission due to this for at least 3 to 4 weeks. So about the time when I'm going to be offering FFS CIA program, it should be healed up properly. At least my right ankle should be. If shit takes longer on this, well, good thing is I've been practicing with my left hand lately, so sparring shouldn't be that much of a problem. It's quite interesting, actually. I'll tell you guys all about it next time we kick it, but finding that training with my left, I'm kind of amazed on the more power I'm actually able to deliver, and plus the speed and accuracy and precision. This is really amazing. I didn't really reconsider this. Those of you who know why, don't spoil it for everyone, but those of you who don't, when we train, I'll tell you the reason why I don't use my left quite often. Okay? Alright, stay sharp, be safe, and have a great day. Bye-bye.